Rosh Hashiva and the staff. I begin with two very quick, important points. The first one is we end at 12:30, no later. The second is that I've been privileged really to be ardent, avid follower of Rosh Hashiva for many years. And this is the second time I'm speaking here in this building, if I'm not mistaken. What I love about coming here is the feeling of this yeshiva. And I think it all emanates from the fact that the yeshiva has really begun, I can say this to the best of my knowledge, and I think I'm pretty good at that Rabbi Zakheim Shlita and has started this yeshiva for one reason. He just wants to do good for the Jewish people. And the staff that he's been getting all go around that flag. So it's really, you can feel it. It's an interesting thing. We're in Sefer Bereshis. And if you notice, Bereshis and Noach basically cover about the first 2,000 years of creation. 2,000 years. Two parshas that cover 2,000 years. The rest of Sefer Bereshis, not even 400 years. So it's like we're going really fast, and all of a sudden comes to Avram Avinu, and we start slowing down a little bit. It's sort of like when you're looking at a kosher movie, of course, right? And you want to get to a certain point, so you're like fast, and this is what I want to see, and all of a sudden you go slow. So lahavdil, the Torah starts going slow when Avram Avinu comes onto the scene, and that's obvious because Avram Avinu is our father. He's the leader of the nation. What do we know about Avram Avinu is Chesed. Chesed. Avram is Chesed, Yitzchak is Gevura, strength, Yaakov is Tiferes. Avram Avinu is Chesed. But it's not just Chesed because he is the father of the Jewish people. The Jewish people is a lot more than just Chesed. So how do we sort of understand this? So I want to tell you what I think might be a really beautiful idea here. And that is as follows. The Medrash tells us that the world in general was called a bira dolekes, which would be a radiant, effervescent palace. A bira dolekes, beautiful, illuminated palace, and people were walking by, not even noticing it. Along came Avram Avinu. Avram said, wow, bira dolekes, there's got to be someone that built this. Who built this? And he went searching, and Hashem said, it's me. And that was the first communication, so to speak, between Avram Avinu and God, the Rebbeinu Shalom, is by noticing that Bira Dolekes. So the way I understand it, the way I was told by my Rebbeinu, was that the idea of Bira Dolekes, what is like a brilliant, shiny building, and how is it that nobody noticed it but Avram Avinu? There's something called nature. There's something called creation. Creation is incredible. And if you study nature and notice how beautifully designed everything is, you see a creator. And people go through nature, life, and they don't notice. They don't notice. You wake up in the morning, you go to sleep at night, you do whatever you got to do. I have people that I know that love going to the African jungle. Anyone ever go to the African safari? They love going. And they tell me, good, nice, religious Jews, and they say that they go because you see God. You see Hashem, how perfectly arranged nature is. They gave me stories about different things, beautiful stuff. And I've never went. I would love to go. But if it's about seeing God's beauty, I don't really need to leave Brooklyn or Yerushalayim. The human body. One of the great things about living in Israel is the people that you meet. I have a dentist that I've known for years, and who likes going to dentists, right? I actually enjoy going because he's a Talmud Chacham, and he always gives me information. I'm sure that you have people here like that also, I'm sure, but let me just tell you, years ago, I got a little idea here. Nails, if you don't cut your nails, they just keep on growing, right? And here, if you don't cut your hair, or if your parent or rabbi says, time to take a haircut, it just keeps on growing. what about teeth? If teeth would actually keep on growing, we wouldn't be able to shut our mouths anymore. What happened was I was about 18, 19 years old, and I had a pain in my gums. So I went to this dentist, great guy, and he explained to me like this. He said, "Well, why do teeth stop growing?" He said, "The only reason why teeth stop growing is because the top teeth meet the bottom teeth, and that stops it. Now try putting a person in a box. He won't stop growing even if there's a box. But teeth stop growing. Incredible. Just when they meet, they stop growing. I didn't have a bottom wisdom tooth, so my tooth went straight into my gums. That was the pain, right? So you see nature, you see a creator. Avraham Avinu, he saw a brilliant, beautiful palace, meaning he saw nature, he saw the human body. He said, there's got to be a creator. It can't just happen. It doesn't make any sense. No Big Bang, it doesn't. There's got to be some power, we'll call it a power, that made this unbelievable creation. But now comes the next story. Next question, so why? Why did he do that? He doesn't need us. There's nothing in the world that we do that helps Hashem. Nothing. He doesn't need our tefillos. He doesn't need our tzedakah. He doesn't need our karbonos. So Avraham Avinu thought and said, there's got to be one reason. And kivayachol, we will never understand God. But to the best of our ability, there's one reason. If he doesn't need us, that means he just wants to give to us. He wants to give to us. Why? Because kivayachol, Hashem is a giver, a meitiv. He's a giver. He's good. That's chesed. And Avraham Avinu said, well, if I was created and God, Hashem, wants to create me to help give me good, so what type of good can he give me? And you think it through. Well, I mean, life has got ups and lots of downs and some ups and some more downs and ups. And he understood that if I am created by Hashem and Hashem wants to give me good, then obviously the more I can be like Hashem, the better the good I'll get. And so he said, if Hashem gives good just for the sake of giving good, we'll call that chesed. That's what man's supposed to be. He's supposed to be doing chesed and doing good for other people. And that is the connection between Avraham Avinu being an ish chesed and Avraham Avinu being the one that found Hashem and the one that has created a nation, a wonderful, beautiful nation of Jewish people that all have that message of just do and give good. What is the absolute greatest good you can give somebody? That's called, let's be like God. If Hashem created us to give good, and the ultimate good is going to be in Olam Haba, then the more that you can give people Olam Haba, the more you're doing good for people. You're doing them a favor. Let me, if I may, just for a moment, the Shari Tshuva is written by Rabbi Nesanel, who is a Rishon, and this is one of the most famous Sforim that we have. Shari Tshuva, Rabbi Nesanel. I just read, he says as follows, Chayiv Adam, a man is Chayiv, listen to these words, Litroach bedrishas tov lamo, to hassle himself, to toil himself in helping other people of his nation. Lishkod ba'amol nafsho atakonis chavero, and to do whatever he can to help his friend out. V'zois min hamitzvos hachamuros umeno ikor midrash min adam. You hear that? You hear that? You ask somebody, okay, what's the most important thing you got to do? So, if he looks really like a religious rabbi, so you say, learn Torah, right? That was the answer. You got learn Torah. Beautiful. Right? Says Rabbeinu Yonah that helping people out is one of the most important things a person can do. And I add, and what is the best way you can help them out? That's by learning Torah, teaching them Torah. Because when you teach them Torah, you are giving them the knowledge of Hashem. Any way that you can help a person know Hashem, you're doing them the greatest favor in the world. So it comes out that when we have the opportunity of doing chesed, we have a dual mission. We have a mission as being nice, and we have a mission as being Jews. And the Jewish mission of helping people is actually giving them two messages. One is that you care about them. And two is that you're Jewish and you're helping me. There must be something very special about being Jewish. There are some documented stories back in Israel, maybe here also, but documented stories of people that were really down in the dumps, and they were going to consider doing some really bad stuff to themselves. And one man just happened to have said, "Hey, how you doing? Nice to see you." And that changed his whole focus in life, and this person didn't end up hurting himself. I can tell you personally, as a years ago, I met an old schoolmate at a wedding. I hadn't seen him in a while. And I went over, I said, "Hi, how you doing? So nice to see you." It was nice to see him. I had very little to do with him in school, zero to do with him once we left school. And since that meeting, I've never seen him again. But I'm telling you that about 5 minutes later, he came over to me and said, "I just want you to know it was really nice. It was really nice that you asked me how I'm doing and that you told me it was nice to see me." I was legit, and I wasn't like fake, but I wasn't like... People love being cared for. If we want to think of a model role of people that do for us, the first place we look for are our parents. Parents, generally speaking, if parents are healthy, they brought us into this world, they've helped us grow up, they've given us, and they've provided for us. And our Rebbeim. Because our Rebbeim are the epitome, the model role of Avraham Avinu. Trust me, I don't know everybody personally here, not the staff. My gut feeling is nobody has taken a job here in order to become rich. It's a gut feeling. So why are you Rebbeim? Is to give over the goal. Be nice to people. When we're being nice to people, realize that we are accomplishing two things. Number one is we're being nice, we're making people feel good, and we love making people feel good. And number two is that we are giving a message of how wonderful it is to be a Jew. Because that message of being nice and Chesed is the message that we've gotten from Avraham Avinu. Avram is Chesed, the world lives on Chesed, and we, Bezras Hashem, will continue that. You should all have a tzlacha. It's been great to see you. Thank you.